So the biggest thing that I see that is an impediment to smooth succession planning is actually the current generation not able to let go. And there's a couple of reasons for this. The most common one, though, the biggest one, is that a current generation business owner will very often have their identity, their self identity, wrapped up in "I am the CEO of this business," or "I am the patriarch or the matriarch of this business." So they find it really difficult to then not be that thing, because then if they're not that, then what are they? Because they've had that as their core identity for decades. So what I talk about with current generation people is, are you familiar with the hero's journey? The concept of the hero's journey? So the hero's journey is basically is the oldest storytelling technique in the world. It's been used since the ancient Greeks right up to Harry Potter, all of these, every story. It's where the hero starts in this world. Then they have a couple of different steps, and then they're called to adventure, and then they're called to the special world. They're called to adventure. And within that world of adventure, that's when they have the trials and tribulations. That's where they learn. That's where they grow and develop. But then the end of the story is that the hero, comes back from the special world, back to the real world, a changed and better person. And for me, entrepreneurship is that special world, and entrepreneurship in family business circles, that is that special world. And amazingly, in the hero's journey, right before people go on their hero's journey, they have a guide or a mentor or a MacGuffin or a something. So if you think of Harry Potter, they had Dumbledore. If you think of Star Wars, Luke Skywalker had Yoda. If you think of The Matrix, you've got Morpheus. So with those three examples, I've outed myself as a bit of a nerd and a bit of a geek, because they're all star sci-fi references. But all of these stories, before the hero goes on that journey, they meet a mentor, somebody who helps prepare them for the special world. So what I like to do is I try to work with current generation business owners, and I said, okay, you're at the end of your hero's journey. So what I need you to do is to come back to the real world, and I need you to go from hero of your story to mentor of the next generation story. And that's how we can keep that cycle going. So the biggest thing that I would urge current generation people to think about is how they can go from hero to mentor and be able to keep that cycle.